everyone, welcome back to the Whole 9 Yards YouTube channel. My name is Jaggers. Today I want to talk about if you could only have one gun that could do it all, what gun would that be? I would like to hear your guys' answers in the comments below, and I'm going to go into my pick on what that one firearm would be. So as you probably can see next to me, I have a firearm next to me, and this here is an American Tactical Bulldog Bullpup 12 gauge that's chambered in 2 3/4 and 3-inch shells. It is a semi-automatic 12 gauge shotgun, and I want to talk about why the semi-automatic 12 gauge shotgun would be the best choice for one do-it-all firearm. So for starters, this firearm can fire multiple different types of ammo, which I have here in front of me, and I'm sure a lot of you are probably familiar with if you've been around guns any period of time. So the first one here is number 8, birdshot. This is used for your small game such as rabbits, squirrels, doves, whatever small game that you may want to shoot. This would be great for bringing that home in a situation where you have to supply your own food for whatever reason. So this is great for that. The next one up is double-aught buckshot. This is 9 pellet, 2 3/4 inch double-aught buckshot. Excuse me. This is great for two-legged creatures. It can be used for home defense for whatever situation you may need it for. It's great for deer and other animals such as that. Any medium-sized game, this is very good for. The next one is a 1-ounce slug, which is also great for two-legged critters, home defense, whatever you may need. This is great for deer as well, medium-sized game on up to your larger game. So basically what I'm getting at is these different types of shells that can be fired from this one specific firearm can be used from anything from squirrels all the way up to bears. There's been people that hunt bear with 12 gauge for a long time, and 12 gauge has always been a go-to for a lot of people. My next point I want to bring across is that this is a semi-automatic 12 gauge, and it uses these 5-round magazines. I also have a 10 and a 19-round magazine for it. The reason I bring that up as being a good thing for a does-it-all, one-purpose firearm is that in a self-defense situation, it's nice to have follow-up shots each time you pull the trigger. You pull the trigger and it cycles, and then you can pull the trigger again. Which this gun does. It's not like a pump action where you have to pump it, or a single shot or double barrel or anything like that. You simply load your magazine, you turn your safety off, and you pull the trigger until you're out of ammo. So that's great in a SHTF situation because it can be used to defend your family if need be. It's not going to have the range that an AR-15 has, but when you're loaded up with these 1-ounce slugs, you have a pretty effective range of probably 100 yards, and I'm sure there's recorded cases and plenty of people that's done it that shoot farther than 100 yards with slugs. With buckshot, 20, 30 yards, pushing, it's doable. 50, you're probably really pushing it, and then with number 8 shot, it spreads out so much you're pretty much not hitting anything after 10 yards tops probably. You can find on YouTube a bunch of videos of people comparing these cartridges, these loads I guess I should say, and maybe if in the future I'll do a video on that as well. But yeah, so my pick in conclusion would be a semi-automatic 12 gauge shotgun. It doesn't have to be a bullpup. It can be any full length one, it can be whatever, but a semi-automatic 12 gauge or even a 20 gauge. Any semi-automatic shotgun will be a great pick for somebody that can only afford, or for whatever reason can only have one firearm, because as I stated, you can shoot anything from small game all the way up to large game. You can use it for home defense. You can use it for SHTF situations. Another good point on 12 gauge for an SHTF situation is pretty much everybody and their granddad and everybody has 12 gauge shotguns. So the ammo will be very, very abundant in an end-of-the-world situation. So that's another great plus of having a shotgun. And with a semi-auto version, like I said, you can use it for self-defense. in any situation. And this has these guns produce a lot of stopping power. But yeah, so overall, my top pick for one firearm would be any semi-automatic shotgun. I'm not going to say 12 gauge in particular because it doesn't have to be 12 gauge, but 12 gauge is what I own. So let me hear you guys' comments and your guys' thoughts in the comments below. If you would like to see a more in-depth video of this particular firearm, please leave that below as well. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content, and like the video. Thank you guys for watching. All right. That's just going to be the one.